Welcome to the LUMR podcast, that is London Underground Music Review. We are now audible and visual. Thanks for tuning in. This week on the podcast, we have the band Tugboat Captain. They make eclectic indie folk pop music, and they just put out their new single at the beginning of July called No Plans for This Year off their upcoming studio album Rut, which is out October 16th. Thanks for being on the podcast, guys.
Yeah, I'm Sok. I play guitar and I sing.
I'm Georgia and I do the drums.
I'm Buddy, I'm head of IT.
And I'm Josh and I play the bass guitar.
We're just in Uckfield at the moment. We've just taken a break whilst shooting a new music video, which will be out by the time this podcast goes out.
Fantastic. If you guys were not called Tugboat Captain, what do you think you would be called?
What was the one about bin juice?
Bin juice.
Bin juice.
No, there's a band named that one. Really called Pools. What are they even good for?
Oh,
Yeah, what are they good for, bro?
Pools. What are they?
No, just getting wet.
Yeah. This is
Other
something that.
methods to do that. Showers, baths, rain.
That's too long. That's too long a band name. You can't name the band after all the wet things.
Oh God, you can.
Personally,
I think Bin Juice is good. Bin Juice is good.
there's already a band called Bin Juice. They're from Australia. Respect them, the dog.
Oh no.
Addict shit.
I'll have to
Yeah.
look them up. I've never heard of them.
Yeah, they're cool, man.
How would you describe your music to someone who's not heard you play before?
Confused.
About to fall apart.
Yeah.
It's indie pop. Indie pop, I guess, is DIY pop. I quite like.
Yeah, I like that. Who do each of you look up to sound-wise, like individually? Who are your music role models?
Barry Manilow.
Madonna.
Lily Allen. That's not a joke though.
Yeah, neither is
I'm not
mine.
joking.
I just try to be who I am, man. Like, so,
Oh.
don't let anyone, tell you otherwise, man. Because we're all in this together, at the end of the day.
Totally.
Yeah, what, man? Maybe Frank Zappa. He's pretty cool. Not what he says. What he says is pretty lame, but his music is funky.
When did you all start playing music? Like, at what age did you start picking up an instrument, and why? Like, what drew you to start making music?
Ringo Starr. Yeah. Age 4.
I was jealous of my sister. She had a guitar. I took it. Yeah. It's a true story.
With Sox and I have been playing music for like 5 years now.
Yeah, under different guises. Back when we were Pools, what are they even good for?
Yeah. Yeah. So I guess this is actually coming on to our fifth year of,
Like making music together for Josh and I.
and then other people have floated in and out at various times, and
I'm still floating,
yeah.
to be honest. I'm a floater.
So we've been probably a year and a half in the current.
Yeah.
4-piece.
Yeah, because you guys used to have like 6 members, or it was kind of like
At least.
floating, like you said.
Yeah, it used to be completely free. Like there'd be
We've had a
people.
sitar player involved.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We did one show where I was playing the cornet and we had a sitarist on stage.
That's awesome. Yeah, the show that I saw, I think it was in like February. You guys had like a trumpet player come on. That was amazing. So good. I love that it's sort of an eclectic. You can kind of have like guests on and stuff play with you.
Nice.
Let us know if you play any silly instruments.
Yeah.
And
Get you on stage.
Yeah.
I can't play anything. Maybe like the kazoo or the triangle or something.
Kazoo's perfect.
Yeah.
Do any of you remember like the first album you ever purchased?
The first album I ever purchased.
The Trick to Life by the Hoosiers.
Mine was Keen's Hopes and Fears.
Oh.
Something else by Cannonball Adderley.
I feel like mine was really rubbish. It was probably like now 56.
Oh,
That's not rubbish. 56
That's one
is
of
a
the
great
best
year.
Yeah, that's one of the good
No,
ones, mate.
46 is the best one.
Which one's that? Has that got that Sum 41
That's got
track
Vogue
on
by Madonna, I'm pretty sure.
Does it?
I think it might.
I think it might have had Sexy Back by Justin Timberlake.
Oh, maybe.
So it's obviously
it? Any album with that
Yeah,
track on
yeah.
it?
You can hear the influence in your drop.
How have you sculpted your musical tastes as they exist today?
You're probably going to be horrified about what we say.
Yeah, I used to listen to loads
No.
of R&B.
Yeah.
Can you see
Still
the
do.
influence?
I don't know. I listened
Socks used to listen to the Libertines on
to
the
Libertines. Yeah, that was my soft spot as a kid and a
and
Strokes.
as a young adult. as
Skinny jean guitar music.
well.
Oh yeah,
I liked. There's a lot of stuff out there.
Midwest emo.
I like the Beatles
Yeah.
as a kid, you know.
Beatles,
Beatles are always
yeah.
good when you're a young one, you know.
I
It's
only
just
found
like,
out about them a couple of years ago. apparently.
see,
Yeah?
that's pretty.
Yeah.
They're going to be big one day.
Mate. They'll
I
make,
thought they were underground.
they'll make it, bro.
I thought you guys have been putting out your like listens through lockdown playlists. Those were good.
Yeah, they're pretty eclectic though.
Which
so
was
they play-
Yeah.
your listen through lockdown.
I think mine has the most followers, so I'm just gonna say,
all 5 of them.
yeah, all 5 of them. Man.
I think I saw Foxygen on one of them, which I love Foxygen.
That's my one.
That's good. And George's had Bloody Death, a song by Bloody Death.
Yeah,
Which-
that's my friend from college.
Yeah, I reviewed his album After I Was Dreaming when it came out. I love that album. I think it's so good.
Yeah, he's really cool. I used to be in a band with him actually. He's really good.
Really?
Yeah, a long time ago, like 5 years ago.
There you go.
We were pop punk. How times have changed.
So you guys have toured a bit so far. I saw you made it to the States earlier this year before everything like hit the fan.
Hitting the fan.
Yeah,
That was our
yeah, we were.
Flew
Head
straight into the fan.
That was a very much a shit fan connection moment.
What, where we were hit.
Yeah, definitely. Definitely.
Where have you been so far? Like, what's your favorite place that you've been together as a band so far? It could be a venue or just the city.
Ipswich.
Ipswich was one of my first go-tos.
The promoter put us up in a hotel.
Admittedly, it didn't have any windows.
No, there were no windows in the hotel.
Windowless hotel, which was awesome. It was like being in a horror movie.
Yeah.
We went to Staithes on our last tour, which is a little village in the
Yeah.
northeast of England. Stayed in a
A
caravan.
tiny little fishing village, and it was a wild show.
Oh, Sidmouth Fringe. Well, we
Sidmouth
got-
Fringe.
To be honest, like London is the best, isn't it? It's just like, I know it's an easy answer, but I mean, it's London for
It's
a reason,
happening.
you know what I mean? There's
Yeah.
10 million people there for a reason, you know, because
Why is there not 10 million people in Ipswich?
I don't know.
Where would you love to go someday that you like haven't been yet?
I really want to go to Senegal.
He's been talking about Senegal all day.
I think it's the future.
I want to go to Japan. I think we should talk to Japan. We've got fans there.
We have fans there
Yeah, man, we stream really hard out of Japan.
in Japan.
Japan would be very cool.
That would be cool.
I don't know, there are a lot of places. I want to go back to Missouri.
Missouri?
Missouri. Yeah.
A little left field. Why Missouri?
What a great place, man. Some beautiful nature. I saw a turtle or a tortoise or something, whichever one is on the land. Tortoise in
their natural habitat.
But yeah, they were in there. I was like,
You saw two dead turtles,
Tortoises.
tortoises, and you want to go back to Missouri for that?
yeah, they also had this place called Lambert's Home of the Throwing Rolls, where the whole gag of the restaurant was someone goes around with a trolley full of bread rolls, which are really greasy, and then they just throw them at you. That's it. It's great. I fucking love that place, man.
Sounds like a hoot.
Man, it's awesome. Ozarks, they're cool. Mark Twain,
Yeah,
National-
the Ozarks are great.
you know, that's a great
You're
place.
being paid by the tourist board.
This is
I want to get paid. This is
this
the plan,
pitch.
bro.
This is a better pitch than Senegal. I'll admit.
Bro, I saw it. I was watching like top 50, like 50 whatever states in America ranked. And Missouri was like 47. I was personally outraged. I never YouTube comment. I commented. I was like, bro, this is unacceptable. Have you ever been to Lambert's? Oh, man. Whoa, that shit's nuts.
Yeah, that's why I think it's funny you said Missouri, because I grew up in Florida, went to college in Iowa, like Midwest, so I love the Midwest. But whenever you ask them, like, I've never heard anybody say that Missouri was like their favorite state. Like, I don't think it's a very
No, like I love
popular place.
First person.
Pensacola, Florida. What a fucking city, man. But
Yeah.
but Missouri tops it, bro.
Okay.
100%.
You're gonna help them out with that. I'm sure people are gonna be like, all right, I'm gonna check out Missouri now.
And Djibouti as well. There's a point in Djibouti where it meets with Eritrea and Ethiopia, and there are 3 tectonic plates that all meet together. And it looks like it's some Mars stuff. I want to go there. But apparently they don't have any gig venues.
Can play a volcano.
Yeah, it's really volcanic. It's pretty dope. But it's I don't know. They've got the second most salinous lake in the world. It's the second most salinous lake in the world. Is that? But it's like I think it's like 38% salt. Like to water. The rest is water. 62% water.
We once did an interview on tour in Bristol, and they hadn't really done any preparation, and they didn't really like know or care about us, but they were just doing some student radio thing.
Mhm.
And we were all quite tired because we were on touring, and Buddy has, as you've already learned, like an ability to just go off. And he just decided that he just got out the Guinness Book of World Records and started opening to random pages and talking us through it.
Well, okay, where are you excited to go when life gets back to normal? Like when you can start gigging again locally? What's like your go-to place that you like to gig at?
In London.
Yeah, just in locally.
We put on nights at the Cavendish Arms in Stockwell, so I'm really excited for that to sort of like be going on again, and for us to be able to hang out there and put on our like favourite bands and have a good time. I'd say that's my first choice place once things open up again.
What was that place we played in Brixton?
Windmill?
Yeah, I really like it.
Yeah, I like Windmill.
Windmill's very much a local for us.
Would you rather be able to speak every human language or be able to speak to animals?
Human language, bro.
As much as I love
Apart from
animals,
dead tortoises.
the opportunities for profit would be hard to turn down. If you speak every human language,
Yeah, but if you can speak to animals,
you get a job at the BBC.
you can work at the circus.
Yeah, you could. I don't think I want to know what animals are saying though. I feel a lot of them are going to be like, "Help me, please." I don't want to know that.
You don't want the burden of like
Yeah.
a goldfish being like, "Just kill me because this is no life.
I'm so bored.
This is no life. Just end it."
You know.
Oh God. I think just for my dog, I would want to be able to speak to animals because I think that'd be fun just to have conversations with her. You know.
Pretty sure if I could speak to Daisy, she wouldn't actually be interested in speaking about.
Yeah.
Like, I'll talk to you later. Like, shut up.
Oh my God, I didn't even think about that. There is that risk of like, what if she doesn't want to be friends with me?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You figure out that.
What if they suck?
Yeah.
Yeah.
What if they just have the
Really
worst
not.
personality?
Yeah, you've got a racist dog or
Racist
something.
dog.
Like,
Daisy isn't racist.
That would be horrible.
yeah.
Okay. Main hobby outside of making music, not music related hobby. Anything?
Pizza. Eating, making, sleeping.
I do.
I've got a
Pizza.
lot of these. Gardening. at the
Gardening?
moment.
I've been playing loads of RuneScape through lockdown.
Oh,
RuneScape is my
Animal
favourite,
Crossing.
yeah.
Animal Crossing.
Yeah,
Mm.
video games. Oh, don't worry.
Yeah, I was gonna ask if you picked up any like lockdown hobbies. Like people are starting to make sourdough and garden and
I've
stuff.
done a lot of the cliched gardening and baking over lockdown.
What about any sort of skill that like you would like to acquire
Oh,
that you haven't yet?
Hills.
Sorry, we lost you for a second there. Did you say any
Oh,
skill?
sorry. Yeah, any sort of skill that like you haven't acquired yet that you would like to? Like I have a list of I'd like to like learn how to skateboard or surf or go horseback riding.
Both of those things, man.
Cart writing. You know, when you put the spokes on a wheel for a cart.
Yeah, that's pretty cool.
Cart, to become a cartwright would be pretty
Or
incredible.
fletching, when you prepare the arrows for firing.
We did a bit of...
I want to learn RuneScape skills, basically, but in real life.
To work at like a Renaissance fair. It sounds
I would love to learn how to swim.
you can't swim.
It's difficult, man.
It's hard.
It's really hard, bro.
I can float quite well though.
That's all. Yeah, that's all you really need. Just be able to like float on your back and not drown.
I don't know. I like to have the skill to be at one with everything.
Oh, shut up.
You know, just be like, you know,
Save it,
Mother
buddy.
Nature.
It's like reach enlightenment, like become one with nature.
Yeah, I think that'd be a good
That's
skill.
what you wanna do.
I think
Yeah.
that'd be a really good skill.
Definitely. Do you guys have anything like something random you're just obsessed with? Like
My friends,
God, so many
people
things.
around this sofa.
Obsessed.
I'm obsessed.
I've been reading a lot about the country Niger on Wikipedia lately.
Oh, it's actually interesting.
It's interesting stuff.
It's
It's
interesting.
a
I
big
was reading
country
about
with
Niger.
not many
love
people.
Wikipedia, yeah.
Words.
Yeah, but no, I have nothing interesting to say.
Do we have any fascinations? Is that the question?
Basically, yeah.
Sometimes I look up at the sky and I'm like, fuck.
Oh, so silly. Shut up.
What is out there?
Shut up.
We'll never know.
It's
that's the
like
thing.
funny for like 30 seconds max, and then it just gets so tedious.
Is it not fascinating enough?
What is something each of you is known for in your friend group? Like something that you always do?
Can we let each other answer these questions?
Oh god.
Buddy has a penchant for taking off his clothes.
I do enjoy
Yeah,
it.
let's take
Yeah.
He is what would be
Only
known
amongst my close friends, you know.
in psychological
Everyone is
circles as an exhibitionist.
I think-
Sometimes it's often like people often say it was a highlight of my evening.
Yeah.
But
Do you guys have any
You don't hear from the people who just leave.
Yeah, well,
It's quite positive bias from the feedback
Yeah.
you get about your naked body.
do you guys have any like best gig stories or funny,
No,
I don't know, something that happened?
not that one. Not that one.
So we once played a show where it was me and Buddy. So Buddy plays bassoon and doesn't just do the IT in the band. So he was playing bassoon and we had a sitarist. It was just a three-piece.
So
And on
weird.
stage,
This
Going
is the
into-
show where there was
go-
a priest.
going to the last song, Buddy necked 4 pints, smashed all the glass on the floor, started playing bassoon, threw up all over himself whilst completely naked. Yeah, it was one of my favourite musical moments.
That's pretty unforgettable.
Yeah,
Covered
it's
in
good.
broken glass and vomit.
Yeah.
I cleaned it up afterwards, to be fair.
It sounds more hardcore than what it was as well.
It was very
It's actually like
hardcore.
awful.
It does sound very hardcore, I'm not gonna
It
lie.
was not hardcore at all.
No, but it sounds
was
like
the
people.
opposite. It was softcore.
It was tragic.
What you imagine is that people are there like going wild, but in actual
Actually-
fact, it's a few people being like, "Oh my god, is he okay?" Like, this is
The answer is always no.
yeah. Played at a music festival that had an owl tent a few years ago.
That was creepy.
It was
best festival.
crazy.
As in owls in the tent.
Indie Tracks has like wild animals.
No, but like they're not loose.
They're not loose. They don't let the animals loose.
You're like just wandering from one stage to another, and you come across like
All these owls, they follow you as you go into the stage.
Horrible.
That's so weird.
It's creepy.
That's wild. They just had a bunch of cages of owls in a tent.
Cages. They had like little.
No, they-
toys.
They're
They
just
were
trying-
in cages.
They were happy birds.
No, they were not.
they were not happy at
No,
all. They had a music festival with like loud music playing,
And they're nocturnal.
Yeah.
And they were in tiny cages.
but they were there to raise money for the environment.
For owls.
Owls.
Oh, that's sweet.
Raise money for us.
What about 3 songs that would be in your biopic? The soundtrack of your life.
1, Copacabana. 2, Lady in Red. 3.
No, I can't smile without you.
Oh yeah. So we just got 2 Barry Manilow
Can't
songs. as well.
dance without you.
Yeah.
That's the next line.
No, that was the wrong one.
Okay, well, you get the one.
That
Can't
one,
Smile
that-
by Barry Manilow.
Can't smile without you.
Can't
Yeah.
Smile Without You.
That's a really good question, actually. I like that question a lot, man.
It's kind of a hard question though, because I know it's like everyone listens to a lot of music, so it's hard to pin down what are the 3 that like basically like describe you as a person or narrate your life.
Snoop Dogg would 100% be in there. I'm trying to think of 2 other ones.
I don't even know one really.
I want some hardcore shit though. I want like, yeah, this guy fucks, you know, like this party time.
Crazy Frog.
Crazy Frog would be in that. That's a great show.
Crazy Frog would be in your biopic,
Yeah.
not the Tugboat Captain
Are
biopic.
we talking about a Tugboat Captain biopic? I thought it was each
Oh.
separate.
Oh, really?
Oh yeah, I mean, either one. If you want to do personal ones too.
Ones.
Collective.
Copacabana.
No, that's your one.
No, that's collective.
Is that collective?
Well,
Crazy Frog. And Lady in Red.
Lady in Red
Rocket Man.
would suit us.
Okay, so Tugboat Captain biopic, Copacabana, Lady in Red, Crazy Frog. That's the 3 you're doing.
That's crazy frog.
Love it.
Oh, that's
What about a favorite quote or piece of advice you've been given that you've held on to?
now that the circumstances of one's birth are irrelevant? It's what you do with the gift of life that determines who you are.
That's a good one.
Pokemon film. Man, Mewtwo speaks some wise words, bro.
Who said it?
Mewtwo in the Pokemon film.
Oh my god. Okay, I don't know if you guys listened to the first podcast episode, but the other band I asked this question, and one of their quotes was from Pokemon 2 from Miarf.
Bro.
So we'll carry on the theme and
Yeah.
definitely take that quote.
Perfect. Yeah.
You know.
Everything
One
in,
go.
everything
Or
in
something
moderation,
like that,
including moderation itself. I like. That's my favorite one.
That's a good one. That's your go-to.
Yeah.
All right. Well, that's the end of those questions. On to the over/under rating game. So first one, we've got quarantine haircuts. What do we think about them?
Underrated.
Yeah.
Underrated.
I agree.
I do have how they
Overrated.
want. Or
Yeah.
not cut the hair at all.
Yeah.
I always cut my own hair anyway, so I feel like mine's just the same as normal.
I've gone weird with
It
mine.
literally
I've gone
is
weird
very-
with my hair for the first time ever. Yeah, underrated.
I agree. Book, audiobook, podcast, something in that category.
Underrated or overrated?
Yeah. Either one.
Overrated book, Catch-22. Didn't understand it.
I liked it.
I haven't read it.
We're never going to be able to agree on this.
Underrated book, Inherent Vice. That book makes it feel like you're
Thomas Pynchon.
stoned for.
It's
however
pretty
long
well
you're
rated,
reading it.
but it's such a good book.
Yeah, I love that book, bro.
Yes. Overrated book.
1984 is so overrated.
Is it?
I'm so bored of someone saying, "Oh, that's so Orwellian," or "That's so 1984."
Yeah, but it's not like
Yeah,
it
but
it's
I feel
very
it's
well.
so it's
written.
Pop
overrated.
culture.
I think it's
I
overrated.
think you don't understand what overrated means.
I think you don't understand that book. Guinness Book of World Records,
That's been
underrated.
Yeah, 100%.
Thrilling read.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
There's a surprise at every page turn.
Love
Yeah.
the Guinness Book of World Records.
Holographic. cover.
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah, that's
Nice,
severely
yeah.
underrated.
Horoscopes. Under, overrated,
Underrated.
underrated.
I think horoscopes are hilarious and brilliant. I
I
won't
mean,
expand.
it just scares me how true they all are, you know?
I get
I'm
in
such a
trouble
Cancer.
for complaining about them,
I think they're sick.
so I'm going to stay quiet.
Okay, what about a movie?
Underrated movie. Harold and Kumar 1, 2, and 3. Underrated.
Waterworld. Waterworld is the best movie. It was the highest budget film ever made at the time, and it is sick.
What's the name of that Danny Dyer film that we used to really like?
Which one?
The one where they go to Spain for the World
No, for
Cup?
Portugal.
Oh no,
For the
it's
Euros.
Portugal.
For the
That
Euros?
film is, yeah.
It's not Run for Your Wife. That's a different Danny Dyer film.
We really
No, I
like
think it is wrong.
No, Run for Your Wife's a different one.
Why haven't I
Um,
seen this?
We really like the films of Danny Dyer.
The particularly bad ones.
It's
Is
just
extraordinary.
I don't know.
overrated films.
Overrated films.
Point
Inception.
Break.
But is that, I don't know. Point Break is sick. What the fuck are you talking about, bro? That film is awesome. No, overrated film. I don't watch enough films to know what's
Yeah, I don't
overrated.
really
watch
films.
enough
I only
films.
watch the same films I've seen like
That's what
1,000
I do,
times. And just those like 6 films. Like both Wayne's Worlds, the Harold and Kumar
The other
films,
guys.
and Point Break. And the other guys are like, there's not much else I watch.
Tarzan?
SpongeBob movie, both of them are pretty good. Tarzan I don't watch.
Oh, Tarzan's underrated.
Tarzan's underrated. You know,
What about band or musician that you think is over or underrated?
Slash underrated. He's just got such a look.
yeah, man, that's
No,
not
he's just
bad.
got
It's
such a
killer.
look. enjoyable listens are underrated. They're our friends and they're the best.
What about something like, what's something that you feel like you listened to first? Like maybe somebody you feel like you discovered and liked them and then they got bigger.
What were you saying you saw in the car yesterday? You said you saw a band before they were uncool.
Oh, the band from near here.
Rag and Bone
Rag
Man.
and Bone Man.
Socks liked Rag and Bone Man.
I didn't like Rag and Bone Man. I saw Rag and Bone
No,
Man.
Socks disliked Rag and Bone Man
Before it was cool to
uncool.
dislike them.
Yeah,
I disliked them before it was cool to dislike them.
yeah. That was
Him?
the ultimate
I
hipster.
don't know.
I don't think any of the people I like have ever taken off. As in, like, the little artists, you know. Not little, but like people. I just don't think any of them have. I think
You want
that's
to plug
just,
them?
You got bad taste.
yeah, it's just second mama
We
taste.
played a few shows with a band called Bull,
Oh, they're great.
and they are
Bull
going to big places. So we
Yeah.
like them now before they're cool for everyone to like them.
Which they're great.
Yeah, Bull.
Bull are so good.
Underrated.
They just
Like
got
BOWL, Bowl.
Bull.
Yeah.
BULL. Bull. Got it.
Yeah.
Bull.
They're really,
Bull.
really good, man. They're really
They're
good.
amazing.
Good people too.
Nice,
Yeah.
nice boys from York.
Good screen print.
So, okay. You guys have released beginning of July your single and the lyric video for it. No plans for this year off your upcoming studio album Rut comes out October 16th. It's available for pre-order now, as well as your first vinyl release of Rut is available for pre-order.
Yep.
Is there anything else you want to promote?
But then just go check out the singles that have come out already. We've just put out an amazing video for Everything About You and an amazing video for Day to Day. So yeah, just keep supporting us.
Mate, it's no rush.
But
that's
yeah,
for sure.
just go listen to the singles and pre-order the album on vinyl. And
Please don't take anything we've said seriously, because it's all a joke. Every single thing we've said has been in jest. We don't mean any of it, apart from the music. It's very real. Everything else, don't believe it. Don't believe the hype. You know, just live your own life, man.
be free,
Fucking don't-
fly like a bird.
Don't let anyone tell
Chase
you
your dreams.
shit, bro.
Chase your dreams.
Well,
you.
that's about it from me, guys. Thank you so much for being on the podcast. I hope it was a little bit of fun. It was great to talk with you guys.
Thank you.
Congratulations on the album and the vinyl release. That's really exciting, and can't wait for it to come out. It's gonna be great.
Amazing.
Yeah,
Thanks
so
very
fun.
much.